This is Kiki Said So Season 2, and from the bottom of my heart, my soul, and bigger than my butt, I have missed you. I have missed you more than you miss your favorite ex. And I already know that's a lot. I already know that's a lot. Relatable. But I've missed you. I feel like a mother that abandoned her babies. And I'm back. And if you were wondering, I can already see your thought process now. You're like, Kia, you're giving off the vibes that you are happy and you might look a little prettier than usual today and you are glowing from the inside and out. I got my hair done. Thank you for noticing. Got my hair done and she washed my hair for twice as long as she usually does, and she had acrylics and she was scrubbing my scalp, and I didn't do it, but I was thinking about reaching up and it just felt so good. Oh, here's a kiss. Thank you. But yeah, I got my hair done. I feel great. And obviously I didn't waste my hair and all her hard work, and I went out and I seeked the attention my hair deserves. As should you. You're not allowed. You're kidding me? After you get your hair done to go back home? No, you go out in the world. You bless the world with your presence, and you seek the attention you deserve. You stop by those gas stations. You look a little lost. Talk to strangers. You make up errands. It's a rule, and I don't make the rules. I just follow some of them. And this one is a rule/law. Punishable by law. So obviously, outwardly, I feel great. Stomachly, diarrhea later is a possibility / definite. So that'll be happening. Yes, my pants are unbuttoned. I tried buttoning them and I was like, I'm gonna throw up. So not today. I'll pass. I did get notes. Take notes, bitches. Because I'm back, bitches. Because otherwise I will forget what I ever wanted to talk about and I'll ramble for 3 hours, which is fine because I love to talk. But I do have to go to work and I would probably get fired. And that's okay. I would be kind of sad though. I'd be definitely sad. I'm in love with most of my coworkers. Emphasis on the most. And my boss. I love her to death. But the diarrhea is because I had too much champagne last night and I had lots of fun. So no regrets ever. No regrets ever. And I did get to enjoy my favorite hobby. I'm going to check. Okay, the microphone's on. I've recorded a whole podcast about 30 minutes ago and the microphone was never on. So that's fun. That's fun and that's fine. Just life goes on. I got to do my favorite hobby last night, which is lying to men. It's good for your soul, and it's right up there with therapy, vitamins, lying to men. It just makes me so happy. It's shed a tear thinking about it. I love it so much. I am me all the time. When I am out, I should get to enjoy a little lying. And I should get to be whoever I want to be. If I want to be a divorced mom of 7, excuse me, I burped, who just got out of prison for running over her husband, I can be her. That's what I deserve. And no one should get to tell me otherwise. So I feel like you deserve a little lying in your life. A lot of lying. And I love that for you. I genuinely cannot tell if the microphone's blocking my face because I'm so blind. I can't see that far. So we're just going to hope for the best. I am looking to upgrade my car within the next few months. And I am once again looking for someone who is easily manipulated. I specifically am their type, and they are in the car salesman world, woman world, them world. And I feel like you shouldn't judge me or feel bad, because car salesmen are the original manipulators. So by me manipulating them back and getting a fair deal and not scammed, I feel like I'm just evening out the world, like I'm making it a good place, like I'm bringing balance to this world. Gosh, look at me go. Love that for myself. Happy Pisces season, you crazy, passionate, intuitive, psychic motherfuckers. I love you, and I will never date you. I'm thinking about the last Pisces I dated. He was a great kisser. I love kissing. I'm thinking about kissing now. He was a great kisser and crazy as hell. Good for him. What a fun person. You Pisces, love you, will never date you. Just need to remind you. But you guys are the type to block someone and then like sit around waiting for the no caller ID, pissed off they didn't call you no caller ID. And I'm referring to like the holy three and more, like your sun, moon, and rising. You guys are the definition of like loyal ride or die friends. Even though I don't believe in ride or die, you guys are fucking ride or die. You guys need to listen to your dreams if you are not already, because you guys are psychic and very, very intuitive. So you need to be doing that. You guys do not do casual. It's like against everything in you. It's very offensive to your kind. And what else did I say? Oh, you guys have really, really big hearts, and your anger issues are just as big. I love you. Any Pisces placement I know, sun, moon, or rising, anytime we get a little drunk, you guys are yelling, starting a fight, screaming, raising your voice in some capacity. You guys, I have not gotten a little drunky with a Pisces placement and they didn't yell at someone or start a fight. Every time. I just go you. And any time, that just reminds me of how he would do that to me. You dumb little good kisser, you. I don't like to feel shame or embarrassment, but I would be a dirty whore liar if I didn't tell you I feel a little bit of shame about this right here. And my gosh, I feel like I'm in a confessional. I'm addicted to a game. I've never been. I haven't been in years. I feel like as a kid I was faux show addicted to games. But that's just a little more socially acceptable. I'm addicted to a game, and I've spent money on it. And that, oh my gosh, I am fully judging myself for it. I judge myself, but it's so fun. Like, I get in bed, and like, I'm ready for bed. My skincare routine is done. I'm in my pajamas, my teeth are brushed, and I'm just like cozy in my blanket, and I'm playing my game. And I just have the best time, and I have my headphones in listening to my music, probably like some Sierra Usher Baby or like Young Boy. I don't know, but it's just a grand old time, and I love it, and I do feel shame about spending money on it and loving it so much. I'm trying to think of why, and I think it's because I've dated men who play video games, and I judge them for it. I judge them. I listen and I judge. And at least I'm honest about it. I would just sit there and watch them play, and I'm like, there's better things you could be doing with your life. There are more productive things you could do. And I judge them, and maybe I'll stop one day, or maybe I won't. I feel like we're all allowed to judge a little someone here and there. And I judge them. I don't like it. I don't like when they play video games, and I don't like golf. And that's me, and you take me as I am. But yeah, I'm addicted. And I think the only way that I'll stop playing is if, one, by choice, but I haven't made that choice yet. Or two, if someone was like, Kia, you're a lazy loser for playing this game, then I would quit out of spite to prove you wrong. So when one or the other happens, that's when I'll quit. But for now, I'll keep playing because it's so fun. Gosh, it's so fun. When was it? I started this December. In December, I started writing down my predictions because I have they're like random little drops in my head, and it's like, Jessica will get pregnant this year. And I'm like, I can see that. But then Jessica will for real get pregnant this year, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I knew it was going to happen, and then no one believes me. They think I'm just making shit up because lots of people make shit up. I mean, I make stuff up, but like at a bar when I'm lying to a man, not about like Jessica getting pregnant. But I started being right so often, I was like, I gotta write this shit down with the date that I wrote it down, with the date I thought about it, so that later I can prove them and be like, I was right. Because I am always right, but people just don't believe me. Which is a shame, because I'm always right. Last year, I both manifested and predicted my sister was going to have a baby and get engaged. And what happened? She got pregnant and engaged. What a good year for her. I wanted to manifest her baby because I wanted a baby, and it was time for her to have a baby, and I wasn't going to have the baby, so I manifested it for her. And she's very happy, so I feel like you're welcome. I feel like I contributed to this too. But I only manifest good things for people. Like, sometimes I might wish, like, oh, I don't like them. I might find enjoyment of them getting hit by a car. That's just a joke. I'm just joking. Like, that might be a slight wish. Not a wish, but like doesn't sound too bad. But I would never actively wish upon it, if that makes sense. I've never wished that upon anyone recently. There was one person who, if someone was like, she got hit by a car, I wouldn't be like sad about it. I'd be like, wrong place, wrong time. Maybe you shouldn't be such a bitch. Anyways, one thing related to is a baby, how I always get what I want. And like my intuition, I have discovered is very, very strong. Like, I am psychic, but I have doubted myself. And it's not about everything. It'll be like sometimes the most random things. So I've started to pay a lot more attention to it, but I got a reading done by this lady, and she is incredible. She's basically perfect. In the reading, she did astrology, human design, and gene keys. And you can tell her, like, I specifically want to go into this. I know nothing about all of them. She was just an amazing reader. If you want her information, I'd love to share it. I would love to, like, pimp her out and get her fully booked. She was amazing. And I have both of the recordings because I did 2 with her. So I can listen to them at any time I want. Basically, you'll love her. But she was like, you're very intuitive and like borderline psychic, right? And I was like, I feel like I knew this, but I have always doubted myself. Like, maybe it's just a coincidence, which I feel like a lot of us women do a lot. But she told me that. And then I asked her, I was like, I would like some help in strengthening my intuition. So she gave me a list of things to do consistently to strengthen my intuition. And one of them was, it was either like scroll less or do nothing more, which is I feel like those are the same thing. So the first thing that came to mind for me was I need to stop scrolling on TikTok. And I knew this about myself. Like, if something was hard or took too long, I'd scroll on TikTok. Toilet, scroll on TikTok. Before bed, scroll on TikTok. And I mean, it's a fun app, but I knew I had a problem. She's just self-aware. I knew I had a problem, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to delete the app for a week. Like, have my little detox. And then when I can have a healthy relationship with Miss Ticker Talkers, I'll get back on it. So I took a break. I was so productive. Life was great. And then I go to get back on, and I forgot that I had changed my number in September. And every app, every damn website, I had attached 2-factor two-factor authentication to the old number. So I was locked out. And I didn't feel like emailing Miss TikTok and like going into it. So I was like, maybe in like a few months when I feel like it, I'll do it. Because I had already gained a relationship with Instagram Reels, and like we were doing really well. I had trained the algorithm. We were having a grand old time. I was having my hee-hees and my ha-has. And so I deleted the app again because I couldn't log in. What did I need it for? And then there was the TikTok ban. And if you don't have the app, you can't re-download it. And so she's gone forever. Yeah. She's gone forever, and we broke up. And I miss her, and I think about her often. And that sucks for me. I feel sorry for me. But if you do need some funny reels, I have a ton. I just be up giggling, and I love it. But that is basically just a story on how I always get what I want. Even if it's not exactly what I want, like if I have a slight wish for it, like stop scrolling TikTok, it was like, here you go, here's TikTok gone forever. I remember specifically in high school, I was 17 years old, and my friend was pregnant. And I remember exactly where I was. I was in the courtyard walking to the lunchroom cafeteria. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want a baby. What did I get 1 month later? I got pregnant. I got pregnante. And I have a 9-year-old. I'm like, I was a child. I'm still a child, but I'm a 27-year-old child now. Like, I'm legal. But I feel like I was a child bride. I wasn't married, but that's basically what I was. I was a child bride. That's really young. That's like basically an infant. And I had a baby. That's crazy. And now I have 2 kids that I'm like responsible for, and they're like alive and like good, funny humans. Insane. But for my sister's baby that I manifested, I have been like telepathically through the spirit world in her stomach, like letting that baby know I'm the favorite auntie. So it's going to come out. I'm going to be the favorite auntie. He'll be obsessed with me. He's going to be a little Aries, and I'm so excited because they're so fun and crazy. And Libras and Aries. I'm a Libra. They're sister signs, so basically it's just meant to be. It was written in the stars. But I have been, I've just been letting that little baby know, like, I'm your favorite. Let's get that out of the way already so we can move on when you're born. But I've been debating on doing this. I don't have to decide now. I'll decide later. My sister that's pregnant, when we were little kids, she wanted to play hairdressers, and she cut my hair. And then she wanted to stop playing hairdressers. And then we got caught. And the only way to even out my hair was for my mom to give me a bowl cut. And it's done wonders for my personality. Like, there is a light at the end of every tunnel. But I don't think I ever quite got over it. I held a grudge against her for years. And I feel like the only way to even it out is when her son's hair is at its prime to give him a bowl cut. I feel like she needs to come pick him up and take home a baby with a bowl cut. That's just fair, right? I think so. I told my sister she thinks it's funny. I do think my brother-in-law, I'd go missing. Particularly. So I haven't decided if I'm going to go through with it. The idea did cross my mind. And does that make me insane? Yes. But these are things we knew already. So, debating that option. Stay tuned to see if I go through with it. But I will be his favorite, regardless if I do it or not. I feel like if I do it, it'll take me up a notch. I'll just stay the favorite. I do have work, but it's fine. I don't have to get ready just yet. In December. Oh, why does she do that to me? In December, it was a dark time. I do not love December. Like, me and Miss December, we don't have a good relationship. It feels very dark and depressing. I was 1000% going through the seasonal depressions. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, we'll journal on that, work through that at a later time. It's not really a priority of mine right now. But in December, I started watching Twilight. The whole Twilight series I rewatched. And it was really good for me, and it was really, really bad for me. It was really good because it's a good show. And, like, it's fun, entertaining, or movie, whatever. And it was really bad because now my expectations for love have skyrocketed. Through the roof. The bar is so high you can't even see it. And I just... Every single movie of the Twilight series, I couldn't help but think, Bella, you were an ungrateful bitch. Like, you were spoiled rotten by the universe, and you are so ungrateful. She had, like, 2 loves of her life, and she only picked one. She could have had both. They could have been the happiest little trio, and she chose up, and she's so fucking ungrateful, and I was so disappointed in her. Like, put me in that situation, and I'm going to do the right thing, and I will have them both. What? I'm making them kiss. Kiss boys. She's so ungrateful. Like, who would you pick? You're telling me you're going to pick one of them? They're both perfect. They're both perfect, and you're going to pick one. You are ungrateful. Who would you pick? Tell me. Wrong answer. The correct answer is both. Bella is 1000% a Virgo. Her anxiety... Please. I think Eduardo is a Scorpio. Duh. And Jacob himself is... actually didn't put much thought into him, but first 2 that came to mind were Aries and Pisces. Mostly because of the anger issues. And Pisces, I think, because of his feminineness. Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. But... put me in that situation. Put me in, coach. I'm taking the whole team. Ungrateful little bitch. Speaking of kissing, though, that's my favorite hack. Anytime a man wants something from me, like a number, or he's annoying me and I want to be done with him, my go-to is, sure, I'll give you my number if you kiss your friend, but it has to be another man. Because either I'm going to win and they're going to kiss and I get to watch, or 2, they're not going to do it and they're going to be grossed out and they're going to leave me alone. It's a win-win situation. No one has kissed their friend yet, but I'll keep trying. That is one of my favorite hacks. Also, my handwriting is so awful, I don't know what half of this is. And that's okay. We move through life. And we love ourselves anyways. It was also in December. A lot happened for me in December, even though it's not a good time. I came to the realization so much of my fun times and my happiness surrounds... Does that make sense? Revolves around music? I think that's English. We'll go with it. My favorite times are when good music is being played. Like a karaoke night. Excuse me, I'm burpy girl. That is my favorite. Like, especially if you're with other people who can't sing. Incredible. Best night ever. A little champagne. Can we do it forever? That is fun. I love a good bar or club where good music is being played, but people are also dancing. That is my happy time. That I love. Car rides by myself, obviously. And then, what else involves music? I don't know. Just like good music being played somewhere sets the vibe for everything. It's like you make or break people's nights. Which is why anytime I've been somewhere where there's a bad DJ, he has ruined my night, and it's his fault specifically. How did you get hired being a bad DJ? You should quit your profession and do some inner work. I take it so personal. It's like offensive when the music is bad somewhere. And so I also came to the realization that if I got the opportunity to be a DJ, I would be amazing at it. And I feel like I should take that opportunity up. And if no one's going to give me the opportunity, I'll make the opportunity happen. Me. myself. Here's the evidence for why I think I'd be a good DJ, why I believe it. I play music and it's really good and I make myself happy, but also I can read a room really well. Duh, I'm a woman. Self-aware. So I can read a crowd and be like, they're vibing with this is what they want to listen to. And then if you look up on stage and see me, the DJ, playing a song, and I like the song, and I'm smiling and I'm dancing, then my vibe is going to be contagious, and you're going to catch my vibe, and you're going to be happy, and you're going to be dancing. And I can just picture it now. Couples are going to come and listen to my music, and he wants to get lucky. I'm playing good music that she's going to vibe with, and she's going to dance. She's going to let loose. She's going to have a good time. She's going to be smiling. She'll smile at me. I'll smile at her. It's what's going to happen. So she's going to have a good time. So now she's going to be probably very generous later with her family jewels in her body. And so he's going to be lucky because, if a woman sleeps with you, you're the luckiest man on earth. It's half of you don't deserve it. But that will be because of me. And so it'll make the world a better place. So, obviously I should do it. Oh, I can't wait. Do you know how much Usher I'm going to play? I'm going to play so much Usher. It's just going to make people's souls happy. Do you also think when Akon was in the studio or recording, whatever, maybe on his couch just like me, do you think he knew that his music was life-changing? Like, he was in there recording I'm So Paid. Do you think he knew? Like, he felt the vibe, or he was doubting himself? I would like to think that Akon was in there recording I'm So Paid, and he was like, this is a banger. Like, this will change lives. Babies will be made to this song. And look, if he did think that, he'd be right. Because it's a great song. Like, going down, I don't know the difference between highway and freeway. I could look it up later, but I don't care enough. And I will happily be wrong. Like, you could be mean to me and be like, you stupid girl, this is the difference. And I'd be like, okay, what does it matter? Nothing even matters. Gosh, get a hobby or something. Anyways, when you're driving down the highway freeway and I'm So Paid comes on, it is like the best day ever. Like, you don't get like butterflies everywhere and like goosebumps and you just feel like a bad bitch. That is like a bad bitch song. That is like everything will be okay song. And so I hope in my little soul and my heart that when he was recording it, or at least I hope now he knows that his music is life-changing, because it is. And Akon, baby, if you're listening to this, I love you. And if you're married, I'm sorry. I love you both. I didn't mean to be disrespectful. I probably will love your wife more than you, but your talent and your gift to this world, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you. This might ruffle some feathers, which is my favorite thing to do. I have a conspiracy theory, and I have the science to back this up. So basically, it's a fact. I do not think or believe that men have peripheral vision. They don't have it. And you can look it up, and it can say they do, and they don't. And I know it in my gut, in my heart. They don't have peripheral vision. They've been lying to us. And they're probably embarrassed about it, and that's why they keep saying they have it, but they don't have it. Here's where I gathered my data. I know you, as a woman, have been in a situation where you can see out of the corner of your eye, oh, that ugly man I saw when I walked in is checking me out and he's trying to get my attention. I'm going to keep ignoring him and hope he leaves me alone. And if he had peripheral vision, he would know. I've been standing here long enough. She saw me out of the corner of her eye. She's not interested. Let me leave her alone. But he's never experienced peripheral vision to know that that's a thing. And so that's why he keeps looking. And there you are. A fact. Science. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's spread awareness and catch these liars in the act. They don't have it. And they're jealous. They're jealous because we as women already have so much more than them. Like genuine happiness, the ability to create life, coochies, boobies. girlfriends, sisterhood, whatever. We already have so much that they're like, let's not add another thing to the list that they have against us. And I get it. I get why they'd lie about it, but they don't have peripheral vision. They just don't. Sucks for them. Anyways, one thing that wasn't on my bingo card last year was doing photo shoots for my mom's dating app. It was such a unique experience. Like, I never thought I'd ever have to do it. I loved it. We'd like go to lunch and we'd be driving home and she'd be like, stop there, those would be really cute pictures. And so we'd stop and I'd get out and I'd pose her and I'd help her, and then we'd come home and she'd do like 4 outfit changes. And it was just incredible and it was amazing, and I never thought I'd ever go through with it, like do it. And I loved every minute of it, but it for sure was not on my bingo card. Loved it though. You know what I don't love? You cannot be a jaywalker in the nighttime and wear all black and then be mad that I almost ran you over. Like, you should have expected it. Like, you should know that through your dumb decisions, choices will be made. If you're going to be a jaywalker in the nighttime, go put your neon on, your safety vest, your high vis, and make responsible choices. But if you're going to be a jaywalker in the nighttime and wear all black and just be a dum-dum, then expect to be hit by a car. Or if you're close to getting hit, you should be like, that was my fault. Because it was. Everything is your fault. Or go find a crosswalk like normal people. I'm sick of you. Also, you know who it is at the nighttime? Wearing all black and jaywalking? Men. Because us women can't do the walks at the nighttime. We would be cut up into pieces. So, gosh, it's all your fault again. This would make teenage, like, very first years of her 20s, Kiki so happy, because she was the biggest people pleaser. If you didn't like me, it ruined not only my day and my week, but probably month, and then it would keep me up at night. Excuse me. I would do anything to make sure you liked me. And so now that I'm in the space that I'm in now, it would just make her so happy. Like, if a stranger doesn't like me, it does not bother me whatsoever. Like, and I know the feeling that it used to bring me. It would leave like a little pit in my stomach. It would ruin my night. I'd feel really bad. But now it genuinely, to my core, does not bother me. 1, because I don't give a fuck. I don't know you. But 2, I know if you got to know me. Like, you hung out with me. You got to know my story, my personality, me as a person. You'd love me. So why the fuck would I care if you don't like me? You know nothing about me. I don't give a fuck. I save my fucks for good things to give a fuck about. I don't just go willy-nilly and give my fucks out everywhere. No, I'm smart about my fucks. Goodness. I don't know what half of this is. I don't know. Also, it makes me really, really excited, which also would shock little Kiki, when people don't like me, because, especially if I didn't intentionally do anything wrong, it means that I, like, was very authentic, or I shared my opinion, and I was very honest, and I was being myself. If you don't like me because of those things, that makes me happy. That means that I am doing something right, and I was brave enough to go against the grain or speak my mind. And if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. Wow, put her on America's Next Top Idol. Also, one thing you need to do, because it's good for everybody. And when I learn something, I love to turn around and share it with you so that you can learn. Or maybe you don't have to go through, make the mistake and then learn the lesson. You can learn the lesson before you even go through the shit. But you should be creating more than you are, creating and participating more than you are consuming. If all day long, all you are doing is consuming other people, their highlight reels, what they're doing right, their good shit, while you are living your very, very real life. Like, they are living their real life too, but all they're putting out there is like content, their highlight reels, all that shit. You're going to feel like cacas. You're going to feel like shit. And so you need to have, like, there's nothing wrong with consuming content and like scrolling. Hello, you're watching me right now. But if you don't also participate or create in your own life, you are going to feel terrible. Like, it is so good for us humans to create. And that's not just talking about social media, like painting, walking, exercising, taking care of yourself, getting services done, whatever it is. Like, you need to be participating in your own life also, not just participating in other people's lives. And so, however that looks to you, because some of you are painters, or some of you are, I don't know, givers. Maybe that's cleaning, whatever it is. Just make sure that as much as you are consuming, you are also participating and creating. And that could look like if you enjoy scrolling and you're going to scroll every day, then you should be posting also and participating, creating conversation, talking to other people, complimenting other people, whatever it is. But get your ass out there and create and participate. You beautiful little angel babies. I don't remember because season 1 ended a long time ago. Listen, I needed to upgrade equipment, and then also I subconsciously avoided doing it because it was really big and scary. And here I am. Anyways, so I don't remember if I told you I wanted to change gyms, but I ended up changing gyms. But I feel like everyone knows when you try to quit a gym, they're so notorious for like making it really hard for you and getting you to stay. And so I went in there and I already had a feeling that they'd try to get me to stay, and it was a girl that was helping me out. She's like, oh, like, can we offer you this deal? Can we get you to stay? And I was like, my ex goes here. And I just knew, like, girl code. You're not going to make me stay at a gym that my ex goes to. You will go to sleep feeling terrible about yourself. So she got me my little signature, and I went on my happy way. My ex doesn't go there, but sometimes lying is good for you. I do like my new gym. It's an adjustment. But I just feel like I needed the new energy. And then there were also people I couldn't stand at the old gym. And I gave it a couple months, and I was like, no, fuck all you. But my new gym, I like it. I'm getting used to it. But the front desk girl there, her energy is putrid. It assaults me every time I enter. And I'm a dramatic person, but I'm not dramatic about this. Like, when you go somewhere, your first experience in the environment should be a good one. And I feel like she's in the wrong profession. I don't like her energy. It's gaga energy, and it's putrid, and it's revolting, and it's offensive. And I want them to know I don't like it. Also, I've been curious. I'm not judging. I'm genuinely curious. People who wear pajamas to the gym, do they wear the pajamas they slept in, or do they put on fresh pajamas for the gym? I'm curious. I feel like I don't have any kind of pajamas that would be gym appropriate. Like, most of my pajamas are like see-through, or like, yeah. But do you think, I feel like they just wear the same ones they slept in. Do you think so? Let's find out. For some reason, that reminds me. So I have a coworker, love her. She's got a juicy booty, nice butt. Every time I get a chance to look at it, I do. It's my right as a woman. So her ass is fat. Like, she's got a fat ass. It's amazing. Good for her. I needed to get by her. And I was like, excuse me, fat ass. It came out like that, and it didn't mean to come out like that. Like, I'm saying excuse me, and then I'm letting you know you got a juicy booty, but it sounded terrible. And I would be lying if I said it. I don't think about it before I go to sleep at night. Because I didn't mean to say it that way. Like, it meant to be like a compliment. Like, damn, girl, your ass is fat. But excuse me, fat ass. And it keeps me up at night. And I told her sorry. But just know I've never forgotten it. Ever. Ever. I saw this reel because you guys know now I'm engaged to be married to Instagram Reels because I had a divorce with TikTok anyways. It wasn't by choice. Questioning laptop. Anywho, I saw a reel that like infuriated my soul. There were people, what were they doing? They had just gotten married and they were walking down the aisle, the woman and the man. She's all happy. She's like looking around, smiling at everyone. He's on his phone, scrolling. I felt rage in my soul. It wasn't my wedding. I don't know the two of them. I felt a burning pit of fire in my soul. I was so mad. If that was my wedding, stick around. Don't go anywhere. This is now a 2-for-1. We had the wedding and now there will be a funeral for my husband. You're scrolling on the happiest day of your life. Like, I said yes to you. What are you looking for on your phone? Your happiness is right here, right next to you. I would throw your phone through the windows. And then me and you were fighting outside. There have been times I've been, like, you on a date with, like, your girlfriends or even a man. Or you're hanging out with him, guy you're dating, whatever. If we are having one-on-one time, you are enjoying the presence of me and I'm enjoying the presence of you. And, like, we're having good conversation. And in the middle of that, you pull out your phone to start scrolling. You will be in my burn book later. That is offensive to my soul, my ancestors, the whole world. It is offensive and I hate it and it's one of my fucking pet peeves. I still remember I was cuddling someone and we're like talking mid-cuddle. Just pulls out the phone. Scrolls through stories and like the dumbest stories too. It's not even like they were entertaining. I could have done things to him that would be talked about on mystery podcasts. I felt years worth of rage. It's so fucking rude. When you don't get to hang out with me often. You're lucky enough that I'm hanging out with you right now. I am a blessing to your presence. And you scroll your goddamn phone. You can do that all day long. My pet peeve. That and Apple Watches. I'm telling you the juiciest story of your life, and you just have to see what your neighbor Katie texted you on your gadget little watch. Fuck off. Ugh. If I was president, I would ban Apple Watches. I hate them with my whole soul. On that note, I think I give great advice. Like, that's just a belief of mine. I've been told so. I don't remember who, but I know for sure someone did tell me that. But I think this right here is great advice. Like a golden nugget. You are welcome for this. I believe in every relationship, they should have a little healthy fear of you as a woman. I think they should. I think towards the beginning, like if they fuck with you, if they fuck up, whatever, they should know that you do not like depend on them or need them, and you are very, very, very happy on your own. You're only with them because you choose to be. You don't need to be there. Like, you're not dependent on them. And I think they need to know that at any time you could get up and leave, so they better treat you the fuck right. And I think that you should instill that healthy fear early on, or they will walk all over you. There's your advice and your permission slip. That they should know not to fuck with you. You're welcome for that. Let's see. She's doing great. Also, does it why does it bother society or just people in general? It's probably just insecure bridge trolls. But when you admit you like or want attention, it drives everyone mad. Like, people are screaming in the town, ripping their hair out, pushing children off bridges. Like, it just drives people crazy when you actually admit you want or like attention. Like, we're not all humans. Like, anyone that says they don't like or want attention sometimes, you're a dirty whore liar. You're a dirty liar. And we all know it. And you're only lying to yourself. Because none of us believe you. And I feel like this is your permission slip straight from my mouth to your ear holes. Anytime you want attention, ask for it. Go get it. You want a compliment? Post a hot selfie. You know when you talk too long and you get that little tickle in your throat? She be tickling. But yeah, get a little dressed up. Go out on a date. Get your compliments. Ask someone for a compliment. Ask the universe to show you how loved you are. That's one of my favorite questions, or like requests for the universe. Show me how special I am. Show me how everything works out. Show me how loved I am. Yeah, I think those are the three. Anytime you want. Like, you're human. Attention feels good. You're allowed attention. And then we're all going to have days where we want zero attention. And it's just a balance of the two. Excuse me. But go get it. Ask for it. Be bold. Take your top off. Whatever. Again, nothing matters. When was this? I had Facebook before I was like old enough to add Facebook, so I like lied about my age. But I was on there pretty young. And I only just found out that this was not normal like last year. So I had a mooning stage. And for one of my birthdays, I got a camera, and all me and my friends did was like take pictures. Like, let's go to the park, let's take pictures. We were just like very fitting for Libra and Leo placement. It just spawned to be on camera. I'm just kidding. But I went through a mooning phase where I would just moon the camera a lot. Buses drove by, I'd moon them. My cover photo on Facebook at one point was me mooning the camera. And I just found out, like, not everyone went through that stage, and that's not normal. And now looking back as a fully grown baby adult, my butt was... It's probably still on there on, like, an old Facebook. My butt was on Facebook so much, and that's not normal. That's not normal. And can you imagine how many perverts like were living their best life because I just posted my butt for free and showed it in public all the time? What was going through my head? Nothing. No thoughts were going on. I think that's insane. I went through a full-on mooning stage. Like, can you imagine your baby cousin going on their Facebook and their cover photos of their butt, and then you scroll down and then you have like 40 more butt pictures of them? That's insane. What the hell was I doing? Stupid stuff, obviously. Oh, hilarious. I have lived a life. And it's just a repeating pattern that sometimes a bitch just didn't think. And that's fine. It makes for really great stories, but it is insane that I went through that stage for so long. Oh, that's hilarious. What's hilarious is there's like a very high percentage chance that they are still up on an old Facebook, and some pervert probably has them saved on his desktop along with other gross pictures. Gross. Freaking pervert. My neighbor's a pervert. It's not proven, but like I see him and I get the vibes. So like, I know he's a pervert. Like, if the police were knocking on my door and they're like, do you know anything about him? We just arrested him for all of these pervert charges. I'd be like, not surprised. I'd be like, I saw it coming. But I just don't have proof. But I know it. When you know, you know. And also, I grew up in a church. Like, I've been around perverts my whole life. I know a pervert when I see one. And that's just facts. She's doing great on time. She's doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Again, though, like I said earlier, you only have room for so many fucks in your life. Like, you have to think about it like you were... Like, when you play games, you're given a limited amount of coins. You only have so many fucks. And so if you go around and you waste your fucks on dumb shit, like caring what other people think about you, please. You're going to waste all your fucks for the dumb shit. And then the good shit in your life, you're going to have no fucks left. Like, you're going to have nothing left because you wasted it on the dumb shit. So this is your warning to save your fucks. Stop being slutty about your fucks and giving them out everywhere. These people don't even deserve your fucks. You gotta be smart about it. You gotta save your fucks. Be a little more careful with them. Here are three things that I do give a fuck about, though. Like, I will willingly give my fucks out for these things. If you told me I stink. I'm not kidding, that would ruin my life. Like, all my confidence would be shattered. And I probably wouldn't leave my house for like 7 years. And that's just reasonable. Like, duh. If you told me I stink, that would ruin my whole entire life. I'm not kidding. If a baby didn't like me, that would also ruin my life. And I would take like 9 months to do some self-work, evaluating, healing, so that I can be a better person and all babies will like me. Because currently all babies do like me, and it fills my soul. Like, my ego is massive when a baby likes me. And I feel better than everyone, and it's valid. If the baby chooses you, you should know you're better than everyone. It's just math. But if it didn't like me, it would ruin my life, and I do give a fuck about that. Like, I give a fuck if babies like me. And being a good friend. That one I'm dead ass about. Very serious. And having a good time. I give a fuck about that. Like, the most fucks. The mostest. I also give a fuck about vibes in stores. That one I'm so serious about. The vibes in your stores matter. Any store. Like, if I go in your establishment and the vibes are off, I'm out. Unless I absolutely need something from there, I'm out. Or I won't be returning. And I will be sharing about my experience with my close friends. But Safeway. Safeway needs to know this from me, myself, and I. The vibes in that store are off. And I have tried every Safeway. In my town, every Safeway I've been to, they're off. It's just a Safeway thing. Maybe it's the vibes of the owner and he, like, radiates it through his stores. But the vibes in Safeway are off. That's why I'm a Fred Meyer's girl. But they're just gross. It is, like, revolting when you enter the store. The layout, everything about it is gross and it's off. Maybe they have, like, dark energy. I don't know. They're off. I refuse. Unless I absolutely need something. But I really don't enjoy going to Safeway. It's not a good experience. And once again, the vibes are off. Just notice. Be a little more self-aware next time you go to Safeway. You're going to be like, again, you'll probably say this a lot. Keo is right. The vibes are off. They're disgusting. It's like, it's just like the girl at the front desk girl at the gym. It's like, the energy's a little assaulting. I, on the weekends, serve at a champagne bar. I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but if I talk about it, maybe I'll scare it away. And one thing I've noticed, I think it's absolutely disgusting. Maybe because I was raised right. I don't know. But if you are taking your friend out for their birthday, you tell me as your server it's their birthday. And at the end, no one offers to pay for her. No one comes up to me and is like, excuse me, miss, can I pay for the birthday girl without her knowing? Surprise her? Can I cover the whole tab? Can I contribute? Can I buy you a fucking drink? I think you are a bad friend. and you're going to give me excuses and I don't want to hear them. I think it's gross. I think anything, you can get your shit together, do anything. Sell your socks or your undies or your shoes and get a couple extra dollars because you know you're taking her out for her birthday. Her birthday wasn't a surprise. If you're a good friend, you know the day of the year it's going to be on. Put it on your credit card, pick up an extra shift. I don't give a fuck. Pay for your, if you're going to take her out, if you're going to go, get it together. Pay for her shit. Ugh, it's gross. And I can already hear the excuses or the comments. And I would like to let you know, tell your mother, because she might care. I don't. I feel like it's gagas. I don't like it. But also, I've seen a lot of, like, memes, heard a lot of stories, or, like, when I become friends with someone, they'll tell me experiences of other friends, and I'm like, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, that is not a friend. And I feel like a lot of people, men do this especially, just because they've been friends with someone for a long time, they, like, put up with shit. But if you hear a lot of men's stories, they have been friends with some bad friends. They, like, will describe their friend and he's the worst person in the entire world. And they're like, yeah, but I've known him for 10 years. That's not a friend. But I feel like it's really common. I love you guys, but earth signs especially. I know a lot of earth signs that stay friends with really, really shitty people just because they've known them for a long time. And I do want to let you know you don't have to. Like, you can find really good friends. You can know someone for one day and they can be a better friend to you than someone else that you've known for like 20 years. I don't like it for you. I don't like it. Like, if you feel the need when you're done hanging out with a friend to talk mad shit about them, if your energy is drained, every time you're around them, if you feel like you can't communicate with them, like if you have to be honest with them, if they post and you're rolling your eyes, I feel like you don't like that person. If you can't publicly support them, I feel like that friendship should take a nice little end. I am like so passionate about friendships because it is so, like, your life can change for the better when you have good, healthy friendships. And when you have bad friendships, it can, just like a relationship, they can take you down and it can be so mentally draining and bad for your health. And just all the things. It's not good. Not good. I want you, as my lover and my friend, to share this on your story. Share it with your Uber driver. Maybe send it to your ex so they can learn a thing or two for once. And that, I would love that. That would make like my soul happy. And I would telepathically send you love back. Obviously. Maybe I can thank you with a kiss. A little forehead kiss. Those are my favorite. I would love it also if you would check out my website. Tell me how pretty and gorgeous she is. I redid it. And I took like half the shit out. And I just made her pretty and gorgeous. The inspiration was you, obviously. Ow! And let me know who you would love to see me interview. Obviously, like Usher, like, we'll get there. It's happening. But who do you want me to interview? Or do you just want to hear me talk and say sweet, sweet nothings all season long? I can do that. But I will be having some guests. And you can love on me, and you can love on them, and they can love on me, and I can love on them. And we'll just all be so, so happies. And I love you. But the thing is, I actually mean it. Unlike that one person that broke your heart and lied to you, this time I mean it. I've been there. It's okay. And I would love it if you will slide in my DMs, and then I'll slide back in your DMs, and then we'll just have the slip and slide full of love. And we'll just make the world a better place because we're so happy and gorgeous. I love it. I think you should invite someone to go play outside. Kiss yourself. Oh my, she just came out. Like, maybe I shouldn't do energy drinks for the shows, but excuse me. She just let herself in. No invite. As saying, I think you should kiss yourself in the mirror. Maybe kiss someone else or ask for a kiss. Kisses are good for your health. I love to kiss. I still remember the first time, my first boyfriend, our first time hanging out, we just kissed for 2 hours. And it was amazing and it was incredible. Literally did nothing else, just kiss for 2 hours. I lied and said I had a photography project, and I got dropped off there and picked up, and we brought a picnic blanket and just tongued it down for 2 hours. And my love of kissing started there. I think he blocked me because I broke his heart. I forgot his name. But usually I don't call men by their names. I call them by their signs. Like the Capricorn, the Cancer, the Crybaby, the Turtleneck, the Uncircumcised one. They don't need names. It's fine. Anyways, I love to kiss. And maybe one day we can kiss. Until next time, I miss you already. Mwah.